Hello, this is Mr. Bedford, and I'm just going to go through the Year 7 test. Our first question was to identify which of the following has only one pair of parallel lines. If I look at a square, these two sides are parallel to each other. Remember, think of like train tracks, and the top and the bottom sides are parallel to each other. The same deal exists for the rectangle. And for the parallelogram over here, the same deal exists for that. The left side and the right side are parallel to each other, and the top and the bottom. The only ones with one set of parallel lines is the trapezium. So this becomes my final answer. The next question, we're asked if we take a hexagon and we split it in the middle, like that, we're left with two shapes. We've got this shape in black, we've got this shape in red. Both of those are trapeziums. On the next question, we're asked about rotational symmetry. Here I've taken the shape and I'm going to spin it around slowly. As it spins around, I want to count how many times it overlaps its original shape, as shown. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. That gives it an order of rotational symmetry of 4. Have a look again. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. On the next question, I'm asked about which diagram shows you all the lines of symmetry for a square. Remember, the lines of symmetry are just the fold lines where you can fold something in half. That becomes part A. You've got a line going from top to bottom, like this, which allows me to fold it in half, a line going from side to side, and then you've got the two diagonal lines. Each of those will allow you to fold the shape in half. On my next one, it says reflect the object in a mirror line. If I zoom into the shape, my mirror line is shown down the middle. If I count across on the top here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares. So this line needs to go 5 squares across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes down by the same amount and it joins back up again. Looking at this square on the inside, I can draw my corresponding reflected part of that around here. That's why we end up with shape B. On my next one, the letters of the word difficulty are written onto cards and placed in a bag. What is the probability a card chosen at random is an F? There are 2 Fs. 1, 2, out of a total of 10 numbers. That's why it is part C. On to the next one. What is the probability that the outcome will be yellow on the following spinner? There are 2 yellows out of a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 segments. So 2 out of 10. To change that to a probability, multiply that fraction by 100. Final answer of 20%. My next question. The spinner shown on the right is spun once. What is the probability that it lands on 4? There is only 1 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. My answer for that is D. On my next question, Joe and Paul are arguing about rounding. Joe says 46.64568 rounded to 1 decimal place is 46.7. Paul says 46.64568 rounded to 2 decimal places is 46.64. Who is correct? Taking my first number, if I round that to 1 decimal place, I can imagine my line being drawn down here. The digit after the line is not 5 or bigger, so we don't round up. So my answer is just 46.6. Rounding to 2 decimal places, if I put my line here 2 places after the decimal point, the digit after the line is bigger than 5, so I add 1 on to the digit that comes before the line, giving me 46.65. So Joe was wrong, Paul was also wrong, neither is correct. For my last question, what is 10.9951 rounded to 2 decimal places? My line goes after the second decimal place. The digit after the line, the 5, is 5 or bigger, so we add one on to the digit before the line. If I do 10.99 plus the 1, there's lots of carrying to be done. This plus 1 and this 9 would make a 10. So we'd have a 0 carry a 1, and then we'd have this 1 added to this 9, which would make it 10. It's possible to do, but it might be a bit confusing. My tip for doing this is imagine the 10.99 without the decimal point. Now just add the 1 to that, and you get, all you do now is put the decimal point back into its correct place. It was here, goes here. My final answer is 11.00. B was considered to be wrong. It only says 11, and some of you will say, well, 11 is the same as 11.00. However, we're asked to round this to 2 decimal places, and so there must be 2 decimal places in the answer. Hopefully that's helped. Any questions? Then please email your teacher. Thank you.